In this session, we're going to work your abdominals. So we're really going to focus on those deep abdominals, the transverse abdominis, as well as your rectus abdominis and your obliques, so your waist. So let's make a start. We're going to start in seated. To warm up the spine, we're going to do a half roll up. So let's place both feet down on the mat. Have a little gap between your feet, a little gap between your knees. Hold them behind your thighs and draw yourself up into a lovely tall seated position. Can you start to draw your tummy back towards your spine now, so that you're holding yourself up there, using your abdominals, and you can release your hands out in front. Relax down through your shoulders, draw up tall. This is a really active position to sit into, so it's not easy. Take an inhale there. As you exhale, nod your chin to your chest, round through your spine, tuck your tailbone under, and we're just going to roll back just to about halfway and pause. Relax your shoulders again, draw your tummy in, come all the way back up to the top. Let's just do another 2 of those. Take an inhale. Exhale, nod your chin, round through your spine, tuck that tailbone under, send your belly button back towards your spine, roll back and pause. Come all the way back up to the top. Last one. Exhale, chin to chest, tailbone under, roll back. Good, pause there. Keep drawing your tummy in as you come up to that lovely tall seated position. Now, if you want to, you can come all the way down to the mat and you'll roll up. So take an inhale. Exhale, nod your chin, round through your spine, roll all the way down. Keep tucking that tailbone as you go. When your head reaches the floor, bring your arms overhead. Inhale there. Exhale as your arms come forwards, chin down to your chest, roll up into your tall seated position. So let's cycle through this a few times. Rolling back, controlling that descent with your tummy. Let your arms come over. Try not to flare out through your ribs as your arms come back. Chin to chest as you peel up. If you want to make this harder, you can lengthen out through both legs. Glue your heels together. Inhale there. Exhale, roll back. Keep tucking that tailbone under, trying to make this nice C shape with your spine. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, peel up. You're trying not to use any momentum. So if you feel like you need to use lots of momentum when you've got your legs straight, go back to having your legs bent. Good, so you can be here. This is great for mobilising your back and working your tummy. Remember to scoop your tummy in at the hardest bit of the movement. If you want, you could hold on behind your thighs and come down, come up, pull on your thighs to come up. Whatever it takes to not use that kind of pushing momentum action. Good. Let's just do 2 more, and then we're going to make it harder. Rolling back. Inhale, arms come over. Exhale, peel up. Scoop that tummy in just at the point when it wants to bulge out. Roll back. We're coming all the way back up into a seated position. Good, come all the way back up to that tall seated position. If you've got your legs straight, then take a bend in your legs again. We're going to do the half roll up and add some rotation and some leg lifts on. So draw up nice and tall, bring your arms out in front, send your tummy back towards your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, round through your spine, and roll back to about halfway or wherever you feel that there's some challenge in your tummy. Remember that nice C shape, so go from sitting on your tailbone to slightly tucked with your tailbone. From here, we're going to open up one way through with your arm, let your eyes follow your hand. Rotate through your body, come back to center, open up the other way. And center, draw your tummy in, lift one leg, lift the other leg, and come all the way back up to the top. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale at the top. Exhale, nod your chin. Roll back to where you feel a challenge. It might be all the way back here. It might be a little bit taller. Wherever you feel challenged in your tummy. Let's open up through one arm. I know we're holding these positions for a long time. That's deliberate. I'm not just talking, I promise. Lift one leg. Lift the other leg. Draw your tummy in a bit more. Come all the way back up to the top. Last 2. Inhale there. Exhale, roll back. Pause there. Open one way. And center. And the other way. Working your obliques. Lift one leg. Relax the shoulders. And the other leg. Draw your tummy in. Come back up to the top. Can you feel that work in your tummy yet? Rolling back. Last one now. Scoop that tummy. Open one way. Working the obliques and the waist. And the other way. Come back through center. Lift one leg. Lift the other leg, draw your tummy in, come all the way back up to the top and just take a little rest there. Let your tummy have a relax for a moment. We need to be down on the mat, so let's come down in a nice controlled fashion. So either holding on behind your thighs, come down, or arms out in front, come down in your roll up. Arms down by your sides. Take a bend in both legs. Actually, let's find our pelvic neutral. So let's just tilt your pelvis backwards and forwards here. Imagine you've got a marble on your tummy. And as you tilt your pelvis forwards, the marble runs down towards your pubic bone. And as you tilt your pelvis back, the marble runs up towards your ribs. And you want that marble now to stay somewhere in the center. And that's your neutral spine. Let's bring your arms down by your sides now. Relax through your collarbones. Sink down into the mat. And when you're ready, pick one leg up into tabletop. Knee over hip, shin parallel with the floor. Draw this lowest rib down towards your hip. So you're drawing your tummy down and bring that second leg up into tabletop. We're going into the 100, so let's peel up through your head, neck and shoulders. Reach your arms forwards, pat the air 5 times as you inhale, 5 times as you exhale. If you want to make this easier, lower your head, neck and shoulders down. You could lower a leg down as well. Just swap over every few breaths. If you want to make it harder, glue your legs together, glue your heels together, turn your toes out and send your legs out on a diagonal. Stay lifted up in your head, neck and shoulders though. So we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and in and out. You want to be right up on the tips of your shoulder blades and imagine that you're holding an orange underneath your chin. So you don't want to crush your chin down. You don't want to look too high up. It'll give you neck strain. Last 2. Last breath. Good, lower your head, neck and shoulders down there. Bring your legs down one at a time and just have a little break. If you need to, then take a look left and right, just to take the tension out of your neck. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into a side lying position for a side bend hold. So you can either do this down on your elbow or you can do this up on your hand. But whichever position you choose, you want your elbow or your hand to be further away than your shoulder. I'm going to do this on my hand today, I think. So my hand is further out than my shoulder. You can take a bend in both legs and place that top foot in front of the bottom foot. Place that top hand palm up on that top knee. When you're ready, we're going to extend the legs and we're going to go up in a kind of forwards diagonal position to come up into a side bend. So take an inhale. As you exhale, push with your legs, come up into your side bend position. Good. You can be down here on your elbow if you prefer. You could take one knee down as well if you prefer. You could have both legs bent if you prefer. So pick your position. We are holding, and I know you've been holding. Good. Lift those hips up nice and high. With this top hand now, can you dive under like you're threading the needle? Keep your hips where they are, just rotate through your upper body and open. We're just doing 3. Dive under and open because you held it for a long time. Last one. And open up there, take a bend in the legs and come down the same way that you went up. Lovely, keep that bend in your legs, push up to seated. Hold on to your ankles or your shins. Reach the other hand up toward to the sky and take a lean away. Take a few breaths there. It's a strong position, that one. Really works your waist, really works your shoulder, builds strength. And then the rotation, when we're threading the needle, is great for mobility. Let's do all that on the other side. So find your start position, either down on your elbow or down on your hand, but either way you want that to be further out than your shoulder. Take a bend in both legs, then bring that top foot in front of the bottom foot, opening up through that top knee. Top hand on your top knee, open up through your chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, straighten those legs, bring your hips up, turn that hand up to the sky. Good. So you're bringing your body up and over your hands. You want, I'm much too far out, you want your hand to be underneath your shoulder or ever so slightly out. Good, stay there. I've got one foot in front of the other. Remember, you could be down on one knee, you could be down on your elbow on one knee, you could have both legs bent. Good, when you're ready, we're going to dive under with that top hand, threading the needle, just getting some rotation in your upper body. Good, and open up. And dive. Ooh, a bit wobbly on this side. And open. Last one. And open up. Good, lift the waist a little bit higher and come down under control. Keep that bend in your legs. Push up to seated. Place your hands on your ankle. Reach the other arm up to the sky. You want to reach up really tall and then take a lean, and you'll feel that lovely stretch in your waist then. If you just lean, you don't get so much. You'll be up and lean. Good. And relax down there. We're going to come into a spine stretch. So let's have your legs out in front, just to break up the abdominal work and to mobilise your back. So let's have your legs out in front and then separate your feet so they're about mat distance apart. Flex your feet so you bring your toes back towards your knees, and you want a nice upright posture again. Do you remember how we started when we were doing our roll up? Really sitting up nice and tall, engaging those tummy muscles, ribs over your hips. If you can't get into this position with legs straight, take a bend in your legs. Going to bring your arms out, up at shoulder height, out in front of you. Take an inhale there. Imagine you're sitting up against a wall. As you exhale, nod your chin to your chest, draw your tummy in, and start to peel off that imaginary wall. Leaning forwards, peeling your vertebrae off one at a time. Reaching forwards with your fingers, your arms stay up at shoulder height. You're trying to reach over your toes. Stack all the way back up to the top. Just two more. Inhale there. Exhale, nod your chin, draw your tummy in. Reach your fingers forwards. You want to get a sense of sending your tummy and your hips backwards that way. As you reach your hands out in the opposite direction, that's opposition. That creates that lovely stretch down your spine and all the way back up to the top. Last one. Inhale there. Exhale, nod your chin, draw your tummy in. Reach forwards. Send your hips back. Can you draw your tummy in a little bit more now? And reach your fingers forwards a little bit more and come all the way back up to the top and rest your arms down there. That exercise is harder than it looks, especially in your upper arms. I think everyone passing by always thinks, oh, she's doing just having a little stretch. Actually, it's very active. So we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Let's do some more abdominal exercises. So just find your neutral spine, tilt your pelvis backwards and forwards, come to rest somewhere in the center. We're going to bring one leg up to tabletop, draw that tummy down, second leg up into tabletop. We're going to go into some leg lowers here. So can you glue your knees and your feet together? And we're going to start to send your feet down towards the mat. Just go a little way for the first one and then draw your tummy in, bring your legs up. Send your feet down towards the mat. Just go a little way and come back up. Now if you feel your back starting to arch off the mat, even a tiny bit, that means you've gone too far and you want to bring this range back in a little bit to make the movement smaller. Good, lower and lift. If you want to make this harder, you can extend your legs up to the sky, peel up through your head, neck and shoulders, bring your hands behind your head and lower and lift and lower and lift. Let's do three more. Lower and lift. Last two. Last one. Good. Bring your knees in towards your chest from whatever position you were in. Just take the tension out of your tummy. Last exercise now. We're going to some hip lifts. So let's bring those legs back up into tabletop. Glue your knees and your feet together, arms down by your sides. And all we're going to do is using your lower abdominals, try and pick your bum off the mat. So you're lifting up through your hips. It's a little bit of arms as well. You're going to be pushing your arms down into the mat just a little bit. So lift and lift and lift. We're aiming for 10. This is halfway. So you could cheat and use loads of arms and loads of momentum. There is a bit of momentum. I actually want you to be driving that tummy down towards your spine. Last two. Last one. Good, lower your legs down there. Let's lengthen up through both legs. Ooh, bring your arms overhead. And just relax. So take an inhale there. Let your feet flop out to wherever they want to go. And exhale to relax everything down. Good, let's bring your arms into a T position. Walk your feet back towards your bum and gently lower your knees down to one side. Coming into a lower back stretch. You can look in the opposite direction if you want to increase that rotation through your spine. Then use your tummy to bring your knees back to center. It protects your back. And gently lower your knees down the other side. And again, take a look in the opposite direction if you want to increase that rotation through your spine. Relax down through both shoulders. If you're anything like me, I always push and keep this tension here, but just relax. So relax through your jaw, relax through your neck and your shoulders. Throughout the day, whenever you think about it, make that a conscious relaxation. Bring your knees back to center using your tummy. Push yourself onto your side. Come up into a seated position, and you're all done.